Stratasys has acquired MakerBot, the Brooklyn startup company we all thought might one day go public. Nope, they've been eaten up by a much bigger company, Stratasys. I'm joined by Chris Siacha. So Chris, you know, it was a pretty reasonable price, although some say maybe Stratasys got a real bargain in buying MakerBot.
Yeah, for a little over $400 million plus an extra $200 million in expected payouts, Stratasys really was able to capture the consumer side of 3D printing, which they've been missing. MakerBot really fills a niche. That's a really cheap way to get into the 3D printing side of consumers, and a good deal for Stratasys.
You know, MakerBot has been improving on their units sold, their profits, so it's definitely an up-and-coming company. You know, there's been a lot of question as to what the future is going to be for 3D printing, but it does seem like, you know, Stratasys doesn't want to worry about it, and that's why they went on and picked up MakerBot.
Yeah, the worry on 3D printing is that it would just be for hobbyists and some industrial companies building models, but we're really starting to see 3D printing expand into other areas outside of that. Companies such as Boeing and other Airbus type companies, they're starting to build, use 3D printing for not only just models, but also industrial designs as well. We're starting to see 3D printing really take off, and Stratasys and its competitor 3D Systems are really starting to see the benefit of that.
Well, you know, the technology has improved dramatically in just a short amount of time. I remember the first prototypes we saw, it was kind of a flimsy kind of 3D product. Well, now it's a hard plastic product that you could really make items and sell them. Now, there are other players in this space. There's 3D and then Autodesk. They also have printers.
Yeah, we're also starting to see companies move into metals as opposed to just hard plastics. And once we see metals really become mainstream, as well as the technology and the cost of 3D printers continuing to go down, that's when we'll really start to see 3D printing take off. I would expect that 3D Systems is really not going to be impacted by this deal as much because they have a strategic investment in Stratasys and they are one of the bigger players. But I would expect that Autodesk might see a little bit of a down hit on this deal. Yeah,
that's a hard company to go up against because Stratasys is kind of the supplier side and the large scale side, and then MakerBot kind of rounds that out with getting that smaller consumer, small business side. If I were Autodesk, I'd be pretty upset because now my product's going to lose its audience.
Stratasys and MakerBot have deals with Amazon to really build 3D printing into something that people are going to buy, and it's not just a hobby. Autodesk doesn't really have that, so you're going to see Autodesk take a little bit of a hit here.
All right, so there you have it. Stratasys acquiring Brooklyn-based MakerBot. Looks like it's going to be a good deal for both of them. Might not be such a good deal for Autodesk.